We're Wall Radio, and you can stay in touch with lots of things when you check the wall board at wallradio.com. And we just keep your ears open and your radio on because that's what we're supposed to do for you. And we are in touch this morning with Frank Castella from the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce. He drove here all the way from Poughkeepsie. Thank you.
Poughkeepsie, Unionvale, a little further than Poughkeepsie, but I sent you some great pictures this morning. I don't know if you saw my return email, but that was coming over Waterbury Hill Road out in Unionvale, which is a beautiful farm, the Ryan Crest Farm. As you come up over Waterbury Hill, the sun was rising. It was such a gorgeous morning this morning. Of course, that was about, 6 a.m.-ish or so. But I'll tell you, it's still beautiful out right now.
It
I know
didn't
it's a
take
little
you from
chilly.
6 o'clock to get here.
Oh, it takes me.
It takes a while.
Takes me about an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, well, thank you for being here.
I'm happy to be here. I appreciate the invitation, as always.
Well, yes, the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce has so many things always going on, and you've sent me some information on that. And people can always look them up on your website, which is
DCRCOC.org. It's an acronym that I just despise, but I will tell you, it's much easier to go to Google, put in Dutchess Chamber. It will be the first to come up.
Okay, that works too. Okay.
That works very well.
Okay.
But there is quite a bit happening in the Hudson Valley. But I think, we should scrap that and interview you today. What do you think, Kate?
Okay, yeah, great. Great, sure. I love to talk about
I think
me.
the listeners would like to know a little bit more about who Kate is.
Let's see, I'm right-handed.
No, but it would be an interesting interview one day. I think the listeners out there would love to know more about you.
Yeah, you think?
So maybe we'll flip the show next time.
Okay,
we'll
next
prepare
time.
a little bit.
Next time. And I will tell people what the Dutchess County Chamber of Commerce is up to.
Well, you are a part of the Hudson Valley Young Professionals, right? So this ties right in beautifully.
I'm still considered young?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this organization. I love it.
The Hudson Valley Young Professionals runs under the auspices of the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce and the Hudson Valley Gateway Chamber of Commerce as well. This organization each year puts together a toy drive, which kicked off on the 7th, today.
That's today.
That's today.
Yes.
So if you're interested in donating a toy to someone in the community in need, all you need to do is visit a Foam and Wash car wash location, and you can donate that toy in a box at Foam and Wash, and they will give you a complimentary Simonize car wash. Of course, this is not just any box. This box is branded by Guardian Self-Storage. Guardian donated all those boxes to us this year for the Hudson Valley Young Professional Toy Drive. This will run from now through the 14th of December, and all of those toys will stay right here in the Hudson Valley. They will be benefiting the Angels of Light, which is an organization that gives toys and gifts and makes life so much better for families who are in need during this time of year. So again, Foam and Wash Car Wash will be accepting those toys. You can also drop them off at the Chamber's office, of course, in Poughkeepsie, or any of our upcoming events that we'll be talking about here momentarily. So if you have a toy that you'd like to donate, please do so. We would certainly appreciate the support of the Hudson Valley Young Professional Toy Drive now through December the 14th.
That's just 1 week, so you really got to get on it.
It is just 1 week, and
Yep.
of course that Simonized car wash does come in handy this time of year with all the
I
dirt
washed
on
my
the
car
roads.
once.
Oh, yeah. You were talking about that the last time. You said that you don't like to wash your car quite often.
It just doesn't occur to me. I really should vacuum out the inside more, though.
I love Foam and Wash for the reason of I get the monthly pass.
Yeah.
And then it's unlimited. You can go through as many times as you
can go
want.
through 20 times a day.
And it looks so great, and I'm up and down Route 9 where most of those car washes are, although they're all over the valley.
Mm-hmm.
I like the one in Newburgh. I typically will stop on my way out of here to the one in
Okay.
Newburgh because that's a pretty new car wash. And if you're not familiar with that one, it's just right off of, Route 300 there? Or no, 301.
300.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that car wash there is brand new, beautiful.
He's gesturing with his
Yeah.
hand. He's pointing with his
Yeah,
hand.
I'm pointing with
help
my
you.
hand. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. But I'm trying to give everyone directions. I'm not very good at that, apparently. It's off of 84 in Newburgh. Let's put
Yes,
it that way.
yes,
Last
there you
exit
go.
off of 9W
Yeah.
before you get to the bridge. But that is one of my favorite car washes to stop at. But any one of those locations, you can drop off a toy from now through December the 14th, and it will benefit the Angels of the Light here in our community. We do have a really nice event coming up, which is going to hit two birds with one stone. And I like these events because you can come to the seminar, sit through the seminar, and then relax a little bit in the evening.
Oh,
So this is a seminar right before our business after hours. This is obviously the last one of the year, so it will be themed for the holidays, and we certainly encourage you to come. The business education seminar is going to be entitled Promoting Your Business in 2024 and Ways to Do So. And we recommend that folks use all different types of media. That includes radio, of course.
I was going to say that. Thank you for beating me to it. That's
so
good.
we will be having a panel of experts coming in from anything from radio to print, advertising, media, PR, you name it, social media, advertising, and so on. And talking about the best ways you should be promoting yourself in 2024 and the best values for your dollar. So very important topic, of course, as we start to hunker down a little bit and go through those winter months and save our pennies after the holidays. But this will be a topic certainly relating to our business community and not-for-profits as well. And certainly we have some great panelists lined up for it from the business community that are willing to talk about the best ways to advertise your business in 2024. And we do want to thank KeyBank and Stengert Diamond and Glass for supporting that event. We can't do it without them. We will have a moderator for that event as well, Nancy DeWitt from Pellegrino Healing Center, and there are 5 panelists on the panel as well. Again, that's Wednesday, December the 13th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, runs from 3 to 4:30, so for about an hour and a half. Then we'll close that out, and we'll open right up into the business after hours at the Academy. Both of these will be at the location at the Academy in Poughkeepsie, one of our newer facilities in Poughkeepsie. It's been open for about a year and a half now. Really gorgeous downtown inner city venue. And not only is it a venue, but it's multiple restaurants, a bar, and there's storefronts, and there's also this incredible catering hall upstairs. So we'll be moving up into the upstairs portion of the hall, and that's where the business after hours will be. And we have some surprises in store as well, including some live music, of course.
Which instrument will you be playing live?
Well, I do sing. I do like to sing.
I play piano.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
We have to talk about this.
You don't want to hear me sing.
Oh, all right, then I'll sing.
Although I would
piano.
like to. I would like to.
Frank, we need to take a quick break. We'll be right back and hear more from Frank Castella from the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce. It's 8:23, 28 degrees at Wall Radio, and during the break I was trying to talk Frank into singing for us, but I've not yet succeeded. So I guess you just have to tell us more about what the Chamber of Commerce is up to.
Well, I could sing the next portion of what the Chamber's up to.
Could you really?
Not quite. To the melody of what? Jingle bells.
Please no.
Is that your favorite song, Kate?
Maybe not.
So that evening, as we were talking about the 13th of December at the Academy, we will have our business after hours. And of course, that event will be a networking event. It is a cash bar, but it is complimentary hors d'oeuvres, of course, live music and all types of surprises and activities going on throughout the night. And that'll be at the Academy in downtown Poughkeepsie. We do want to thank our sponsors of that, Branding Pros and the Children's Home of Poughkeepsie. Always generous supporters of ours. We also have several other events coming up to close out the year. The December Contact Breakfast. This is our holiday breakfast. This is going to be real singing from real singers. We bring in all types of talent from our community, particularly from local high schools and colleges. And then we have some other singing groups that come in and they entertain us for the morning of December. It's December the 20th. It's at 7:30 in the morning, runs from 7:30 to 9 o'clock. This is an annual event. Everyone always looks forward to this one. It's the breakfast, it's networking, but it's also a really great way to get into the holiday spirit right before Christmas, of course, on December the 20th. And we will have the Arlington High School Brass Choir, the FDR High School Choir, Our Lady of Lourdes High School Chorus, and the Royce Ketchum High School Chorus, along with some other professional groups in the area performing for us that morning. It is sponsored by M&T Bank and Marshall & Sterling Insurance, and the Grandview in Poughkeepsie will be our host this time around. Typically, we're at the Poughkeepsie Grand Hotel and Conference Center. But that conference center is under renovation, so for the first time, we're going to be moving over to the Grandview in Poughkeepsie for this event. Always a very well-attended event, so if you're interested, please make reservations on our website, dcrcoc.org. And we just released the nominations for the Hudson Valley's Top 40 Under 40 Mover and Shaker Award. So if you know young talent in this community that really needs to be congratulated for their great work, someone who is a rising star, someone who is doing great work behind the scenes that really is that hidden talent. That's what we're looking for here. It could be a police officer. It could be a teacher. It could be a singer. Certainly not myself. I'm not under 40 and I can't sing. But the individual does have to be under the age of 40 years old to be nominated for this particular award.
Okay.
But they could be a car salesman. They could be someone who is working in the trenches of a not-for-profit organization in our community and just going above and beyond in their job and their career. Someone who is stepping up to do the hard work and really wants to be the top dog in the organization. That's what we're looking for, those unsung heroes throughout the Hudson Valley region. Nominate them for the Hudson Valley's Top 40 Under 40 Mover and Shaker Awards. This event typically draws between 500 and 600 people for the event to recognize those individuals. It really is a feel-good special event. So what you want to do is go on our website, go to the 40 Under 40 Mover and Shaker Awards section, which is right on the homepage, and that will take you to the nominations section. So if you know that young talent, make sure you nominate them for this award. Typically, we get around 200 nominations for this, so it's not an easy thing to win, but when you do, it really is a spectacular, spectacular feeling. Each and every year, I get the honor of making those phone calls for those 40 individuals, and you'd be surprised at the responses that we get from them. Some of them don't even want it. They don't want it because they tell me that's not why they do the work that they do. And I had a police officer last year, and he declined because he said, look, I do what I want, do this because this was a family enterprise. His grandfather was a police officer. His father was a police officer. He became a police officer because to him it was a family business, and it was the history, and it was doing the right thing in the community to support the community. He had such great stories about the people's lives that he had saved, the things he had done to go above and beyond when he was off duty, to be a part of really policing here in our community. He was such a deserving talent, and in the end, we convinced him strongly to be a recipient of it, and he was one of our recipients in 2023 of the 40 Under 40 Mover and Shaker Awards. So please do consider nominating that individual who is so deserving. It means an awful lot to them in the end. Again, that's dcrcoc.org. That's where you can fill out the nominations forms for the Hudson Valley's Top 40 Under 40 Mover and Shaker Awards. There's so many other great things happening, Kate.
We have a couple minutes left that you can get in a couple.
There's a lot of resources on our site that people can take advantage of, and I think that's one of the most important things to talk about. They're all provided by our annual corporate sponsors. We can't do it without them. And they come to the table to us each and every year before the year starts. So already for 2024, most of our packages are signed, sealed, and will be delivered in 2024. And in there are resources that they will provide. So, for example, our corporate leaders like Central Hudson, KeyBank, Intelligent IT Designs, Nuvance Health, and JP Morgan Chase & Company are those corporate leaders who have helped us to provide things like the sexual harassment prevention training. It's a policy and training.
New York State mandated
It's a
for
mandated,
everybody who
right.
has a job in New York.
That's right. If you
Every
have not
year.
taken it, that means you're not in compliance.
Yep.
And believe it or not, you can be held personally liable. That means they can pierce the corporate veil and they can sue if you have not gone through this training, this sexual harassment prevention training. So if you own a business in the community, you work for a company, you need to bring this to their attention that each and every year you must go through that training. It's an annual training provided by New York State. We provide this for our members. It is something that has very great benefit because most people or most organizations charge for this. So we do not. It is complimentary, and it is a very
Two
important
members
thing.
of the chamber
Yeah,
only,
of
though.
course. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we've had over 12,000 individuals go through this since we started doing it.
Well,
It's a great benefit, and it is something that you certainly need to take advantage of.
okay.
There's a lot of other resources online. Check them out, dcrcoc.org.
Thank you so much for coming in, Frank. I know you take the time to drive here every time to come here in person.
Happy to do it.
I'm so glad.
And I wish you all a very, very happy holiday season.
We wish you and your family and your staff members and all of your member organizations of the Chamber a very happy holiday, too. Thank you so much. It's 8:30 at Wall Radio. Let's keep moving. Time for a news update.